Well, I usually try to dig all the way back. So I talk about first New York City in general. And then as we talk about New York City, we talk about if they had ever heard that it had been bombed essentially before. And then they'll either answer yes or no. And if they answer no, then I try to give them the context. And then we look over a few slides. I show them pictures of the bombing in '93. And then from there, we move to a Dateline interview. And we kind of talk about, that first true interview of when they had a chance to see bin Laden, kind of, I guess, give his welcoming to the world stage. We move on talking about the USS Cole. We really start diving deeper and then what terrorism looks like on a global context. And then we just go through the window of the events of September 11th. I build into that as well the personal story. And then after that, we talk about the after effect of how that affects just individual lives. Well, more of that focus again about travel, but then I try to put that positive spin at the end, just kind of that unification piece as us as a country during that time.
Yeah, so in your own memories, like what it was, because you kind of mentioned a couple of times like unification and people coming together.
Yeah.
What was that, what did that look like for you?
I know you were talking about New York, and I always kind of look at it from the eyes of like sports, and I just so remember like looking at when they were showing the Yankees and showing like how important it was for sports to kind of get back to the business. And Saturday Night Live and New York City in general, I think everyone was looking at New York as that beacon, literally, and waiting for them to breathe in order for all of us to breathe. And when they had their first major event, sporting event, and their first event with Saturday Night Live, that was when I felt like, okay, we can start taking those baby steps forward, because we had spent, like everyone, we had spent all of our time just watching, Ground Zero, and they were just reporting there every day. Even when George Bush got there, we were just, that's where we were at, and it was just a focus on that event, and people were looking for that shining moment, and you got that a little bit through sports.